Hey everybody, this is Pierre Damo. I have been wanting to do this video, oh gosh, probably for over a month now. But before I get into my testimony and what's been going on with me for over a month or two, I just want to say thank you so much for all of your prayers, all of your words of encouragement, your support and everything, because I'll tell you what, it means so much to me. It puts a smile on my face every single day just to read your comments and your messages through my inbox. It's so inspiring and it truly does make me smile every single day. And I thank you all. I am so blessed to have each and every one of you in my life. I appreciate all of you. I really, really do. Thank you. Thank you so much for being you and just blessing me every single day with your presence and your comments. So know that you are truly, truly appreciated. So I want to make this super clear because yesterday, well, actually, it was Friday when I shaved my head. I have been getting a lot of messages through my inbox, and I've been seeing some posts. So I'm going to make this super clear, and I'll take full responsibility. And I can totally understand, as far as my hair loss with my hair and my eyebrows and my lashes being so misleading to the point that people think that I have cancer. I do not have cancer. I have not been diagnosed with cancer. I am not going to receive that I have cancer. So know that I do not have cancer. I am super healthy. It's just hair. It's just hair loss. Um, and the hair loss started in January. My hair was thinning. I was going through some medical issues last year, and I was very heavily medicated 2 weeks at a time, and my body was being compromised. And due to the medications, this is the end result of it. So my body was being compromised. So it being compromised, so my hair, all of this, just that's what happened. But just know that I am healthy. I mean, obviously, if you guys still see me, I still work out, posting my sweaty pictures. So I have not been sick at all. I have not had any flu, any sickness ever since last year. Um, I have no aches or pains in my joints. So I'm not receiving that. I never will. So know that if I'm telling you that I'm healthy, then I'm healthy. So I don't need anyone. Please do not try to diagnose this for me. Do not ask me, go to this doctor. I've seen doctor after doctors, blood tests after blood tests. I'm done with them. I'm so done with them. So it's just hair. It's just hair. It's just hair. And if you see me and I'm smiling, that means I'm healthy, and trust when I say I am. Because I basically tell you guys everything anyways. So I'm healthy. I don't have cancer. It's just hair. And here's another thing about this whole entire testimony is when it was happening, my hair started thinning. Well, to say I started losing my hair in January. It started to be overwhelming for me. January is when I really started noticing my hair falling out. I was in the shower and just hair was just in my hands, tons of hair. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on here? Then 2 weeks after that, more hair came out and I didn't have any hair in the back of my head. How did I know that? One of my friends took a picture and there was no hair. And I cried. I cried for 2 weeks straight. I was angry at God. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I was super depressed. My faith wavered. I kept questioning God. Why are you doing this to me? What did I do to deserve this? I can't believe you're putting me through this. I was mad. That's real talk. And I just didn't understand. I wanted answers. I wanted to know why this was happening to me. I wanted to know why the doctors couldn't tell me anything. I wanted answers right then and there. I did. And I was angry. I went into a depression for 2 weeks. I was back to my emotional eating. I wanted to go back to the alcohol. Um, but I couldn't find the guts to stay depressed. I couldn't find the heart to, give it to the enemy. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I just couldn't. So I got on my knees and I was crying so hard and I told God, I was like, please just tell me something. Give me a sign, something. And I had to give it to him. And just when you think, just when you think you have a close relationship with God, oh my goodness, he will pull things from you to reconnect himself or reconnect you with him. Just when you think you have a close relationship with God, oh, no, 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 no. No, he will get your attention some way, somehow, to put you even closer to him. And he will do it in a way that will blow your mind because he did it with me, as you can tell. I had no idea this is what the end result would be. So when I gave it to him that day, I said, all right, you're in control. I'm not going to get in your way. You do what you need to do. So I slept. I went to bed crying. And then the next day I was like, I don't even know what even happened those last 2 weeks, to be honest with you. I was a completely different person. It was like a 360, honestly. So I got over the hair thing. And I kept telling myself, you know what? It's just hair. And I'm not sick. I'm still working out. I'm still healthy. I have no I don't have any aches or pains. And I kept telling myself, God is keeping me for a reason. I had to be grateful for that. And every time, I was such in a dark place and I didn't even know what to think anymore at that time before I gave it to God, for him to take complete control over the situation. And it's just amazing how he just works. And so what happened was I just stayed obedient to him. And I had to trust the process. I had to trust the process. It was hard to because I wanted some answers. I was still looking for answers. My faith wavered at the time. I was angry at him. Asking him why are you doing this to me? Like, really, my hair? Really? Like, seriously? Okay. So, and I was still doing what I had to do daily. I mean, I know a lot of times when we can't get our way and we're angry, we want to take complete control of the situation. And at that point, I just couldn't because it was completely out of my hands. I couldn't, what could I do? The only thing I can work with is with the things that I know I can do. I was still able to work out. I was still able to work my business. I was still able to do a lot of things. But, at that time, I wasn't seeing that. All I kept thinking is, my hair, my hair, my hair. I kept focusing on that. And when I took that focus off of that, and when I gave it to God, that's when things started turning around. Instantly. So just know, when you give it to God, and his timing is always the right timing, believe that. I am living proof of that. His timing is always the right timing. And you have to know that his hands, he's all in the mix. He's all in that Kool-Aid. He's all in there. Even before even before I even went into this hair loss thing, he already knew what he was doing. He already knows. He had his whole plan. Everything was planned. He had a plan of action, APOA, for me. Okay? He knew exactly what he was doing. I was like, okay, okay. um, and then just like probably a few weeks ago, m- you know, I know my eyebrows were gone. And it was so funny because I didn't even realize they were gone until I had to take a picture, a sweaty picture to post in my group page. I was like, because I didn't work out for 2 weeks because my herniated disc flared up. And so when I took the picture, I was like, oh, well, something looks really different. Oh, it's my eyebrows. Okay. And I laughed about it because I'm like, okay, well, I guess this is just another process of hair loss, my eyebrows. And slowly, even before that, my lashes were going. And I really didn't even realize that because I really didn't have any lashes anyway. My lashes were like super short, so it didn't really matter. Uh, but yeah, so the eyebrows went. And, I posted the picture on Facebook. Like, all right, I guess my eyebrows are gone too. And it didn't freak me out. It didn't phase me. And I just said, okay, I already accepted the hair thing. This is just another part of the process. And I was okay with that. I had to embrace it. And I did. And every time I did and I stayed obedient, God was turning things around for me, like blowing my head away, just blowing my mind. Just like I couldn't say hair because my hair didn't have a lot of hair, but he was just blowing me away. And like I said, I was just staying obedient and just doing what he wanted me to do, and that was really it. So as far as my medical condition goes, I'm probably sure that you guys are still asking, like, well, does she have this? Listen, I'm not going to question that. I'm going by God's report. That's it. And as long as I'm healthy, I'm getting out of bed, I'm able to work out, I'm here, I'm breathing, I can see, I am A-OK and know that. All right? Yes, I'm good. I'm smiling. I'm good. So, and this is just another way that God is pulling me closer to Him. And just when you think you have a close relationship with God, oh, no, 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 no. He will pull you closer to Him in His way, in a way that you're not even think. And when you're going through your storm, just know that there is a lesson behind it, and just know all He wants you to do is get closer to Him and trust Him, and you'll be just fine. Just trust the process. And I know it could be so dark, and you're like, where's the light at the end of the tunnel? There is a light. Trust me, there is a light. And continue to praise Him through your storm, no matter what. No matter what. And that's it. So I wanted to share that with you. And one other thing. Ladies, this is all for you here. All this. Okay, well, I'm wearing, I line my brows or whatever. But I understand how hard it is to hang on to some things in our life for security. And Friday, I was still hanging on to the little hair that I had on my head for security purposes. And I didn't know why I was doing that, but I did. I felt like if I could just hold on to this little bitty piece of hair that I can still pull back, that it's security. Like I feel like, okay, I still have some kind of hair. But you know what? I had to let it go. And when I let it go and all this came off, I felt even more blessed. I felt like I was still blocking whatever God still had for me. More blessings. Stop holding on to things that are not meant for you to have in your life. Your security belongs to God. You should be secure in your faith in God. And know that's who you need to trust. And know that He has something so much better for you if you can just let it go. I'm telling you, It's something else. Um, and as far as defining you, no one can do that but you and God. I didn't truly see who I truly was until all of this left me. And then when I finally came home after I got my head shaved off, this feels weird. I'm like, wow, okay. But I looked in the mirror and I was like, okay, now I know what God sees. Now I see what God sees. I know who God created me to be. Behind the hair, all of this stuff. And I'm embracing it so much and basking in His love. And I'm so, so happy that He used me. And I understand now why He did. And I would have never, ever thought He would use me in the way He did. And I'm truly, truly blessed. Ladies, know that you deserve more, that you are worth. Know your worth. Know who you are. Know who God created you to be. Your status is not your job or your marriage or who you're connected to. God doesn't even care about that. Because at the end of the day, He doesn't care how much money you have, who you're with, kind of car. He doesn't care about that. It doesn't matter to Him. Know that. You deserve so much more better. You know that you do. Know that. I believe in that. So you believe in that. And also know this. Know that the same God that did this to me and did it for me is going to be the same God that's going to do it for you. Just know that. God bless you. And I love you all. Good night.